On the music, oh, it's inside me. Oh yeah, blame it on the music. Oh, it's inside me. Oh yeah, blame it on the music. Oh, it's inside me. Oh yeah, blame it on the music. Come on, let's go. Say it's inside me. It's inside me. Oh yeah. Blame it on the music. Yeah. Oh yeah. Blame it on the music. Come on, that's it. Say it's inside me. Oh yeah. Blame it on the music. Hey. It's inside me, yeah. Oh yeah. On the music. Let's go. Up above my head. I have music to the air. Up above my head. I have music in the air. Up above my head. I have music in the air. I live to believe, I truly believe there's a God somewhere. They used to say like this, down below my feet. You don't have a microphone. If you don't live right, live home. What everybody? Afternoon.
Where are we in the song? Let me check this.
Golden slippers too. And good morning, everybody. Welcome to Glory 93.9 FM and DGMT, your favorite Saturday show. I better say Saturday. Your favorite Saturday.
First of all, my God, I've already got a message from one of our loyal viewers. She say, "Got you on the big screen today." Oh, I got you.
Turn the camera. Try to fix the camera.
I gotta fix my camera a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I put you on there. You look at the other one.
I can, but I don't know where I'm supposed to be.
No, turn the camera.
Because I don't know which side you're going to put me on. That side or this side.
Why don't you talk together? Otherwise, for those folks who are listening by radio, hey, we're trying to get together.
This right?
For those on Facebook,
this right?
We are trying to get on Facebook. Try to like. Anyway, guys, we better go live right now.
Can you put me when yeah.
And everything can fix the situation.
So to all and sundry who are joining us, coming in on the live.
Come on the live.
Good morning. Share it. Lessons from the live. Lessons from the live. Which live, you may ask? Which live?
It was so many.
Which live are we to learn from?
So many. Sounds in the background. That's Davey and Jakes with the Blame It Medley.
That is our good morning tea introduction. We considered changing good morning tea to like a good afternoon coffee, but it's the brand.
Yeah.
You can't see us because you can't see us yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Can't see us yet. Delta's trying to get in some snackage.
Try and get a one or two in before.
before he goes live. But I don't eat my food.
Yeah. There you go.
The hunger was heavy.
A little switcheroo. All right, there you go. Good morning.
Morning.
How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing good. How you doing? Wonderful. All right.
I'm really sharing it today. I go in the groups to share it.
Share it on the live.
Share it in the groups and share it on the live. Wherever you are. Share it. I go in the family group and share it or not.
In the family group?
My God.
Even though it's like
check which group I mean. You in that family group.
I heard that. What do you mean the Ghanaian family group?
Oh no.
If it's in the Ghanaian family
group. A lot
group.
going on in the family group.
The door closes now?
Do we have a special guest approaching?
I don't know, but here the door is closed.
Oh. We have the boss lady.
Boss lady?
Boss lady's in the house. Listen. The tea. Listen, I've got one message saying we on the big screen today. I got another message saying the tea is going to be steamy on today, and for that reason, Delton and I we're not drinking hot drinks because honestly, the situation is already too hot. What has gone down on the lives, on the internet, in the church people with the church people, is just too hot for us to be drinking hot drinks.
So y'all go in, share it.
But share it. She say any bubbles in there. Any bubbles in here today? Just fizzy bubbles. Just fizzy soda bubbles.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, producer. Producers here.
Producers in the house. Producers in the booth. Do approach, please. A producer.
Making sure we good.
Just turn up the thing.
Make sure our levels good.
Morning. Listen, share it. The reason you have to share it and share it now is Delton and I have a strong hour today. We have a power hour. Unfortunately, this is one of them weekends we could be here for 4 hours. It will not be so.
It will not happen.
So don't wait till the battle is over. Shout now. Share now.
All right.
Share it. But it's gonna be a powerful power hour, I believe so, because all of you all are already with us. We have Stephanie in the house this morning. Good morning to you. Cassie's here, Jody's here, Sean is here. I know Miss Mary is also here. The people are in the room. Angelica Roll, she says good morning, her favorite show. We love you guys.
Morning,
Thank you so much. I say, yeah, it is morning. So let's not get carried away, because there's a temptation today to just dive straight into the deep end.
Anyway, good morning, one. Good morning, all.
Good morning, big. Good morning, small.
Good morning, short. Good morning, tall.
Good morning, all y'all. Thank you so much
all
for coming.
Y'all.
We really appreciate you. Appreciate.
First of all, Cassie.
No, we're not late. What do you mean late?
First of all, we're very much early.
Wow. First of all, we haven't started show before 1 o'clock in weeks. So, as far as we're concerned, we came in hot.
We said from yesterday. We said 12:30, and
because Cassie seems to forget that some of us we have commitments on a Saturday morning. Have a Saturday morning. So we explained to our viewers a little while back that our morning teas cannot be morning tea because we have things to do in the morning. We serving the people of the Lord.
So church announcements.
Doing the Lord's work.
Get our trip on the way. Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Church announcements on
as
today.
As it relates for baseball, my son is in the championship game. It didn't go well this morning.
I was gonna say I didn't know you wanted to talk about that.
He did have some amazing play. He had a double play today on first and third. He ran two people down. It was amazing. And then after that, it went downhill. So so game 2 is tomorrow on the Lord's Day.
At 5:30.
At 5:30.
Someone got to talk to them because I don't know how I feel about game on
the Lord's Day. But anyway, so they had a championship. Today wasn't a good start. But we'll see how tomorrow goes. I'll let y'all know. It's the best of the 3. So if tomorrow don't go good, that's the end.
By next week, we can know. By next Saturday, we will know.
Birthday shout outs to all those people who celebrated a birthday on this week. I think we got a few out the way last week. And to those who are celebrating this week, from all of us here at DGMT, Glory 93.9 FM, we wish you a merry, merry, merry birthday.
I was ready. We wish you a merry birthday.
What are you celebrating this week?
I trying to, you know me.
You can't find it. Remember
I can't find it. Why does this happen all the time? What do you do? Tell me how you do it.
I just go on my page and look in the corner. Your birthday's right in the left. What you do on your home page?
So not my Facebook page, my home page.
Once you go on Facebook, right
memories,
usually over
friends,
to the right. Somewhere say let's say birthdays.
Events.
Right on there. Like you see your pages, then see birthdays.
Is that to the right? Oh, something with birthdays just came up.
My right.
Birthdays.
Not your right. So Brian, you go
left.
You go the wrong right. No, it's all right. So that's
it was on the left too.
No, so, wow. All right. So there's birthdays right there. And I have Patricia Seymour celebrating today. Robert Gibson, that's Yolandi's brother, celebrating today. And so happy birthday to Robert. If you see him, Yolandi, tell him we say happy birthday to him.
All right.
And a fellow drummer, Marco, celebrating today as well. And that's all I have.
And you know me, I don't call out random people.
People you don't know. All right, so happy birthday to all of you who celebrate.
So happy birthday, and those who are celebrating anniversaries and things of that nature. I
have a niece celebrating sometime throughout the week, but hey, she ain't listening right now. She in dance practice.
She in dance practice. We can get her next time.
Anyway, so happy birthday.
I think we have Candice Newball and Garvin celebrating their
anniversary
today. So
today.
Happy
anniversary to the new balls.
If Facebook serves me correct. A wave of sleep just came over me. What just happened?
Man, it's the food.
Where from it?
It's the
food. It's the food.
All right, so Anything else? News.
Princess is coming in.
News
She
and
says
reviews.
Princess and Marisha, Terrell, and Michelle are also here, so we wish them a very happy, good morning.
COVID-19 is still around
because somewhere in the world is still morning. COVID-19, it's still around.
The numbers are,
but is it still around?
Numbers are climbing. Apparently,
the numbers are climbing, but more and more we're going back to normal. Because I told you last week they told us we could put our chairs and tables back how we wanted them.
Yeah.
This week we got an email telling us about how graduation is going to go down, and I'm getting the sense that graduation is going to look very much like graduations of the past.
In-house graduation.
The difference now is you need to be vaccinated or tested. So yeah,
that makes sense. That makes sense. So so I guess we're back to normal.
Back to normal.
I think there's supposed to be a road. Was there supposed to be a road march this morning?
Road march
for Carnival. I saw some. I know some fetes and stuff were happening.
One thing about me, I'm safe, so I don't.
It came across my timeline.
No,
not all my friends on my Facebook page are safe. Like that.
My friends are also safe. Just saying.
So
I heard someone mention that it was going to be Carnival this week. I was like, how did I completely miss this holiday?
Keep your eyes on Jesus, man. It's a holiday, so keep your eyes.
As I will.
So I think there's road march. Anybody? Any of our friends know? No. Y'all good?
As you should. Yes, Angelica said yes, Carnival this morning.
Yes, I feel
but the streets feel pretty normal. You know, you feel like there's a diversion of traffic. People
I think it's all
out
one
and
central
about.
location though. I think it's out west.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they ain't really coming like in the city area.
Mr. One thing about y'all won't let us pace ourselves. Princess said she in the car listening on the radio. Miss Debbie, she came in and she say, I'm listening and watching. She want us to make sure she knows.
I'm not wearing Christoph.
Whoa.
Oh,
Christoph, find your wireless headphones and put them in.
Put them in.
Put them in. So apparently, yes, there is Carnival. Well, for those who are enjoying Carnival, carry on. Carry on, in the words of...
Thank you for tuning in while you check up yourself.
Yeah.
What happened? Sorry, Malika, we can't hear you. Malika's trying to talk to me.
Producer's trying to tell us.
Secret. Use the microphone.
Press the button. It will come through the speakers.
You have to come in the room, man. You're going to have to come in the room.
Yeah, they carnivaling because I know someone who's making money off of sound.
Okay. No, ma'am. You better lock it. Use a knife. Yeah, go old school.
Nah. You really should have said that off the microphone.
Hey, I mean, it is what it is.
But anyway, where is it so I don't drive that way?
I think
west.
It's somewhere Awaki. I think Awaki area. I think it is. It's a loud microphone just now.
I mean, very loud. So anyway, Carnival is carnivaling. What else has been in the news and reviews this week? I heard there was some drama in the courts of law. I didn't necessarily.
Oh, Jesus.
I didn't necessarily, because honestly, I was gonna look into it and find out what was going on with it, so we could talk about it on DGMT, because it was a very interesting transaction that happened in a court,
between a
and
lawyer,
then everything else happened.
Yeah, between a lawyer and a magistrate, there was some words exchanged. Apparently, I think it's about a year ago.
Oh, it was a long time ago.
Was it a year ago? I don't know. The case and then she started. It was on Eyewitness News reported it, and it was some. It was.
Listen. My saved posts in Facebook this week alone. I think it's probably like 13 things I saw, and I just saved it because I was like, I don't have time to read this right now, but I can tell you it's gonna be hot and smoking. At some point this week, I'm going to need these posts. Let me pull up my save posts and just scroll through them and see what's in there.
So anyway, it was, and then later she looked like Obey working on her, and it seemed like some personal grievances between a lawyer and a judge.
Yeah, I did get you look like Obia. That's one of the save posts.
That's what it's saved as.
Straight insults lawyer. That was a headline. I didn't save it as that. You look like Obia.
I was mad at that's what the headline was, and they didn't like really word it properly, which is like. Janelle thought
but they put it in quotation marks though.
Yeah, but that's not the quote.
That's not what she said, eh?
She said, you look like Obey working on you. So at least put ... Let me know that I'm going somewhere else.
No,
Janelle. It's a little misleading line.
That's what
yeah, but you should have put ... So I can know like
Obia.
So like, not because the hard red was like you look like Obey.
Look like Obia. I ain't gonna lie. I know that's what she said.
She said you look like Obey already working on you. So that's really that. So the editor was feeling very
Trapsy.
Yeah.
As has been everyone on the internet. And if they haven't been Trapsy on the internet, they've been Trapsy in the private chats. Yeah. They've been Trapsy this week. And honestly, to an extent, I can't blame anybody. It's been a lot.
It's been a lot.
It's been a lot.
So
I
anyway.
just pulled up the She kept repeating that she's a child of God. I calmly responded that I'm a child of God too. I'm reading the article.
Yeah,
I saved it and didn't. That sounds juicy. Honestly, I wish everything else hadn't gone down, because then we would be able to.
So the judge was sort of insinuating that this particular lawyer is trying to work witchcraft and obey on her, and she is trying to get her removed from the bench, and she went to the chief justice on her, and all the lawyer really wanted was for the court to start on time and for her to know what time court is starting, and that ran the judge mad, and the judge is like, I ain't doing your case now, I have other things to do. And she's like, okay, can I come up at 12:30? And she's like, yeah. And then when she's going to leave, judge is like, don't you leave my courtroom, you sit down right there and wait till I finish. And she's like, yes, your worship, I'll stay here and sit down, worship.
This don't sound like the full story, Delton.
And then after that,
because that sounds like an absolutely unprovoked response. But was it though?
And I mean, we can't tell. We only have the lawyers.
There's these gaps in the
story. Is from the lawyer's point of view, so I don't know.
Anyone who knows what, because I know y'all ears and eyes been to these streets.
Yeah.
Please fill in the gaps if you know what they are. The people them directing traffic in our comments, which is good. Thank you so much for letting the people them know where they should and should not go. I
know that there'll be road march with masks on and 6 feet apart. I'm pretty sure that there'll be social distance.
I wanted it to be loud in the mic.
I'm pretty sure.
I think this is farcical. We don't do that anymore. We don't do 3 feet apart. We don't do 6 feet apart. We do full capacity with protocols in place. That's what we do.
Full capacity, yeah.
Full capacity and adhering to.
I'm sure along the route there'll be hand sanitizing and washing.
Adhering to protocols. And schools going back to normal, schools closing. Like, we're doing it all. Like, wherever you want to find, like, the full spectrum is available to you. You place yourself wherever you want to be on that
you
spectrum.
Finished, you go ahead and put it there. So I'm sure. I haven't seen any pictures yet.
So there was also in the news something else I saved before the internet went crazy. Because before the internet went crazy, I believed we would be talking about these things on DGMT today. Yeah. Because another thing I saw, and I need to share this with you, Delton. Sure. Was the post from the Nassau Guardian with the breakdown of the royal visit and how much it costs.
The price of the visit.
The price of the visit. Because I remember when they came, we kind of brushed over it briefly. Like, yeah, it was a good time. And people coming in, it's going to cost it's going to cost this much. And then the real monies. And I don't even feel like this is the real.
Of course not.
I think you could round this up to the nearest 100. And I don't mean down, I mean up.
To the nearest million, I think.
So right now.
I think go to the nearest million.
So the Guardian posted, which I do wonder about. We and you know what? I'm going to use this as a starter next week. Mm-hmm. I'm going to use this as a starter next week for my grade 9 students, because we talk about the purpose, audience, context, and techniques used in non-fiction material.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at this, what is the purpose of this? I'm saying this. I can send it to Delton so you can put it on the screen for those of you that didn't see it. Like, what's the purpose of this? Just to inform? Nah.
I mean, because people want to know. People wanted to know exactly what was the cost. What is this costing the country?
FYI.
For you bringing this in.
$600,000.
600. What is it? 636 something like that.
Delton, we've just had a shot fired at us, and I think.
Who fired shot at us?
Someone said, I was looking for your podcast yesterday. Why aren't you all on podcasts?
Well.
It's not even funny. Because Delton, I believe we spoke about podcasts.
I think we actually signed up with podcasts.
There's a lot of we happening right now. But I'm a team player. One thing about me, I'm a team player. Delton, well.
Anyway, so you sending it to me? Let me.
I send it to you. It won't show. I don't know why it's not appearing. People are sending me videos right now. I scared to open any video. Like, things that have been sent to me in my WhatsApp chat in the last 3 days, I scared to open it. Anyway, there's been a lot of input. Princess, I can't see that yet. Delton, you seen it, eh?
No, I see it yet.
Oh, she's sending us videos of the carnival, because I think she's posting this from where she is. This is a live. This is coming in live.
Are you saying Princess Carnival? I don't believe Princess Carnival.
No. She's in a plaza. She's in a plaza in an elevated place. She's in a plaza in an elevated place.
Okay, yes, I can see videos. Okay.
Yes.
They're definitely social
it's
distance.
Happening. They are? Wow.
They are definitely social distance from Princess.
She has social distanced herself from them.
She has socially distanced
OMG.
herself.
What people doing on?
Oh no, that she said she wasn't there though.
Oh, that's not you.
Yeah,
I thought you was sitting Princess.
You don't come from Princess.
No, I thought she was by her.
She on the road.
Because Princess is, rise early in the morning like a virtuous woman to go and do her exercise and stuff. Okay, so Carnival is Carnival, and we can confirm that.
So Carnival definitely.
And we're only letting you know this so that you can stay away. Not at all to be advertising this, but that you should know where to and where not to go.
All.
So the people them in the chats saying, they will have lots of alcohol at Carnival, but not for the hands. Not for sanitizing.
It's not for sanitizing.
Rose, 600K. 600K. But didn't that money go back to the community paying small businesses for services? Angelica. Sometimes the people don't want to take the full information.
All right. I didn't put it your graphic up.
So actually, that's a good point, and I'm going to raise that when I use this as a starter. What is the purpose of this?
I would say how much money was spent.
Yeah, but in context, you look at the image and how they've chosen to represent the royal family. It's not quite incriminating.
All right, so here we go. Just as we look over this, accommodations at Atlantis.
Listen, Pastor Denzel, this is not a fact that is lost on us.
This included, I think this included food and everything else.
Right.
It was almost like $35,000, $34,657. Events decor by Wildflowers. Shout outs to Wildflowers. They were $76,000. Digital electronic work by the movie company was $66,000. Shout out to them.
Who's the movie company?
Sound and video company.
Okay.
Billboards Mesh by Bahama Prince, $34,000. Junkanoo, $21,000. Sailors uniforms, $12,000. Money sent to Z&S. Why are we paying Z&S? We own Z&S. Anyway, money paid to Broadcasting Corporation, $29,480. Air charter services for inter-island travel by Bahamas Air, $37,000. Take that thing off. That's it. So that's the general costs.
So this is literally money that was pumped right back into the Bahamas.
If I go to another report, but $12,000 was sent to Janae's uniform shop for the sloop sailors and payments to those people. That's a different.
That's how you say that name, Janae.
Yeah, Janae's uniform. I mean, that's what I know to be. So they got some money as well. Yeah. So that's the breakdown. Oh, 76. Hold on. Just different numbers.
What are you looking at?
I look at another thing report. Because there is...
These are the major vendors' costs. There are small vendor costs, so it might be that you got other different...
Yeah.
I mean, this essentially... I feel like this irons out all the confusion. Lots of money was spent in the Bahamas on Bahamian businesses. They didn't outsource anything.
No.
So this is a good thing. This is good. This is good expense. No way.
Julie, after you see, but she know, but $20,000 and they make the flyer.
But Julie, you see, read Bahamas. Small vendors comprise other payments. As per, there is money that is not necessarily accounted for because they were small vendors. I mean, I feel like they should have told us this from the beginning.
Anything under, but no, because they have $12,000 there for Janae's. So, I mean,
Janae's is not a small. Is a major vendor.
I guess so.
Anyway, I feel like this has ironed it all out. Angelica makes a good point, but this money went back to the community, so all should be well. Everybody should be good. I suppose when it spills on the hands, it would be. You're still talking about this carnival. Pastor Denzel comes in. Good morning to you, sir. Boy, this is a show I didn't want to miss, but championship baseball today. So all I will say is I expect a chair outside when I pull up. And sir, who do you propose we ask to lift this chair? Who do you propose we ask to lift this chair? That's the only question I'd like you to answer before you head to championship baseball. It is indeed championship baseball season. And listen, the stakes are very, very high. Freedom Farm, the temperature there is hotter than it is anywhere else in Nassau. I want you to know that for facts. So for all those ballers, what do you call them? What do you call people who play baseball? Ballers, eh?
Players.
For all the players who are friends and family of DGMT, we wish you all the best. They say my mommy tell me God don't get involved in sports. I don't pray too much. I just gonna wish you all well. I'm gonna wish you all well because apparently he's Jesus don't get involved in them kind of things. He's busy with other things. Marisha says she's ready to help with the podcast when we are ready. I let the record reflect. I know. I am ready. So much to discuss in only 1 hour. Miss Rose, we're going to do our very best. Money went to Wildflowers, Bahama Prince, John Canoe, ZNS. What the Guardian get you all riled up for? I don't think, Angelica, to the pure, all things are pure. I think people filtered this in the way they wanted to filter it. And I think the Guardian was intentionally neutral. Because you could read this, you can analyze the posting, the language, the colors, and all of that in a way that shows that they were being favorable. And you could do it in a way that shows that maybe they weren't being so favorable. So I think people read what they wanted to read. I see about 20K that ain't make the flyer. Did I miss the carnival part of the live? So the carnival part of the live is we gave you a traffic report. Don't go West Bay. That was the carnival part of the live. That was it. That's all. So this can't be all the major costs. All right, Julianne's calling them out. It's a good thing, but it was spun in a bad way. 12K on the flyer though. Oh, okay, you read these already. Who could lift that chair? Marisha, these are the questions I want. These are questions that need answers. As were all the questions that were raised this week. Questions that need answers. Delton, we are at 30 people on the live. The Saints have been in waiting. And you know what it is? There's a thing about when stuff goes down in the week. Delton and I have we sit in a place of limbo because we kind of just hope that it stays fresh till Saturday. So that when we come on, we ain't being stale. Oh no, we didn't have to worry. Because every day of the week, something new happened. Anyway, Delton, how you want to start this? How you want to break the ice?
Let's go to the hot topic for the week.
What is the hot topic for the week? Which one of them is the hot topic? Which part is the hot? Anyway.
Apparently, the FNM had a conclave.
I love it. I need to wake up. My eye getting sandy. This is not a good time for my eye to be sandy. I don't know what's happening.
Anyway, so what happened was, I saw a video. I think I saw this actually from Saturday night. Either Saturday night or early Sunday morning.
Sorry, we've got some solutions to our problems. I don't want to miss anything. Now, the jokes that are being cracked in the chat, those of you that don't get it, as we tell the story, you will hopefully get it. But
better.
I asked who was going to lift the chair. Marisha also inquired. Stephanie suggested that the deacons and ministers. Which ministers?
First of all, he didn't really clarify because it could be a wheelchair. A wheelchair that's what easily just pushed on the side.
This is very true. I feel like we could arrange that.
He didn't really clarify.
I think that we could arrange that.
So we call Miss Mary, see we get a wheelchair.
All right, Miss Mary, you got us. Can we see your face, please, and thanks?
Yeah, and the little postings over it.
Oh, okay. You want to see our reactions? Now you all better lift my pop. Oh, so Angelica, you can be stationed outside of life tomorrow too. Got to be. Tell Mama Agatha don't say that. The woods. Julie, let me say Jesus don't get involved in sports. Now, mind you, when Ghana's playing, apparently that rule doesn't apply. Like when Ghana's playing in the World Cup, them couple times we made it to the World Cup, that rule does not apply. But other than that, Jesus don't get involved in sports. The hour ain't start yet, right? Cassie, this is a lot of pressure. Pastor Denzel say, y'all look at y'all being shady. I never said anything about lifting, or nor did I reference any video on another preacher being lifted. I may have been referencing my desire to be comfortably seated as I met my parishioners in the morning. Sir, you don't meet your parishioners in the morning. You arrive to church after your parishioners. So I'm calling it out.
Shots fired.
Pew, pew, pew. But the wheelchair thing, we can make it happen. If the bishop wants to greet the parishioners, y'all make sure you get a good chair. I believe in praying for your team. Ask Chelsea about it. I got the wood stars. Jody, thank you so much. We appreciate the prayers. Delton, you playful. After this week, Deshauna says, after this week, I'm looking to get my eyebrows tinted.
y'all people don't know what to say.
It could be a ruling check. Gonna have to be. Leo, I've never seen Leo comment on DGMT, but he came to clarify that if the deacons them, the armor bearers them will not be lifting chairs. But the bishop say he doesn't need any. He's not looking for a chair to be lifted. Delton Bishop, you are Denzel Bishop, you are a mess. Your playful bad. Wheelchairs are for persons who really
need that. Embarrassing, not right
Y'all
now.
ain't gonna let us get to this today.
Anyway,
Y'all ain't gonna let us get to
all right.
this.
So I saw a little clip.
Delton, when you get tired of telling the story, pass it over to me.
I give it to you.
I'll
No
continue.
problem. That's a lot of story to tell.
Oh,
so
no, because we don't want anyone to be ignorant.
No,
we want everyone to know.
I scrolled past a picture. I saw a picture of a face, and I was like, I don't know what this is. Saw some church, but I was like, I'm not paying attention.
Because church people, you'll be acting up on a regular basis.
Yeah, right. So I was like, and when I saw like the bubble bath, I saw a man like in such, and I was like, okay, this is obviously for me. So I just scrolled past.
Right.
I didn't pay attention.
Obviously, this is not for me.
No, that's this is not
one of them anomalies on my timeline.
Yeah.
Those people who still slip through the net really should be my friend.
Saw a man in bubbles, and I was like, okay, scroll. So Sunday afternoon.
No, I can't give you no days when I do.
Y'all like to do stuff after our shows.
Yes, every time, babe. The week starts on Sunday. Y'all start mess every Sunday.
And so I was minding my business, eating some food on Sunday. I got a text.
As you speak, I'm gonna put comments on the screen because otherwise we're gonna have 1,000 comments to go back to.
So as I checked my text, I saw the same picture again.
Check your text
of this man in such as. And I was like, okay. Someone was like, what is this mess? I say, okay, then I decided to click play. And I clicked play and I saw what was happening. And I was like, hold on. It's this man inviting me to church. And it was like.
So I feel like we should do, you tell one stage, I tell one stage.
So I was like, yes, he is inviting me to church. So I was like, what is this?
But did you know where he was inviting you to church?
And that's the thing. I was like, one thing about, and to me, because of the little twang of different accents, I confused where he was from. So I was like, this had to be some African guy or something like that.
First, I'm going to interrupt because when I heard Delton say the African guy, I said, first of all,
let's establish one thing.
Never be. His accent is not
those of color people are from one place.
Stop that now.
From one place.
Stop that now.
And that is the
I was present when Delton assumed that this man
was
African. I was like, but his accent doesn't even sound African.
I did not play it loud because you know I was watching it. It wasn't playing loud.
Also, just his face and the such made you think he was African.
I was like, what? Because keep in mind, you always there when I watched it, but nobody heard it until I said, like, what is happening here? So I assumed that, like, all right, this must be somewhere happening.
You assume, then you need to check your heart.
This is somewhere.
Check your heart.
This is somewhere in the States, something like that, or somewhere far. I was like, okay, and then I heard the church name. It's like, hold on, rewind.
But wait,
rewind. Then I found out that this is a pastor that was here in Bahamas that was inviting me to his conference that he's closing out, and the word of God was there, and he was detoxing his body, detoxing his mind, getting ready for a powerful time in the house of the Lord.
Powerful time.
So that happened on Sunday afternoon. I saw the video, saw him arriving in Nassau, and they were giving him gifts of flowers and whatnot. And so I saw that. And so I was like, oh boy, the church is we better get dug out again. But it was okay. So Sunday went by, it was cool. Monday morning went by. Cool. Monday afternoon, apparently.
First of all, I would like to put this disclaimer. You put the disclaimer on the screen immediately.
I put the disclaimer.
I messaged Delton yesterday. I said, Delton, the people that I'm talking in these streets, let's just take the high road. Let's just leave it alone. Let's just maybe skim over this issue. Delton said, not so. I said, Delton, we just, let's leave the trapsy at the door. Delton said, who?
Anyway, so as the week went on, this got more viral. People started to see it. And of course, everybody that's here has probably already seen it.
And okay, so this is where I'm going to chime in.
So you chime in right here.
So at this point, the people of I don't even say the people of God. The people wanted to know, who is this man? Where has he come from? How did he get here? That's what the people wanted to know. So of course, being the good social media investigators that you guys are, Bahamians gone for all the receipts they could find in the entire world. Every flyer,
one thing we will do
every live, every clip.
Hold on, push pause.
Picture.
Push pause right there. Because what happened was when it went out, we sent it out on that, and I saw it on a Monday. I tried to find the event flyer. Speaking of that, and it was hardly anywhere on Facebook. Like, I looked at the church, I looked at people, and that flyer seemingly vanished. I spoke with a particular camera person that apparently was at one point asked to quote for the event at hand. And he tried to find the flyer. He's like, no, they sent it to me because they asked me to bid on the job. And he's like, where's the flyer?
Hold on. Angelica, me and you were cool till just now. She said, I thought he was of African descent.
See?
He had that persuasion. I'm perplexed.
Anyway.
Power in the African blood. Sister Angelica Rowe, I'm going to need you to come and qualify this statement because I am highly, highly offended.
As you're saying, back to the story, man.
Highly offended.
back to the story.
I'm clicking through. So now I'm talking. You click through the comments.
So what you say? First of all, start the video.
So the people. I don't even want to say the saints because I said Bahamians.
Yeah,
Bahamians went to get it. They went to find all the receipts,
as we always do,
and they found videos of his. So one of the videos that came out that was causing a bit of a ruckus was that upon arrival to Nassau for this event, he was met at the airport with a bouquet of flowers. Apparently 2 bouquets of flowers, and the people them could not accept it because they had added the connotations of him being in the tub with the smudge and
eyebrows
and the what Shauna believes is microbladed eyebrows with the fact that he was met at the airport with flowers. So people were doing what we do. We take certain opining, opinionated opinions, and you take certain stereotypes that paint pictures of groups of people, and you assume, well, because this plus this, it must equal this. So this is what was happening. Mm-hmm. There were videos coming out of him going to other churches, and the thing with being met at the car with a chair to sit in, to be carried in. So of course. It's like this Nassau Guardian thing that we're just talking about. You're gonna find what you're looking for.
Definitely.
You're gonna find what you're looking for, and if you can't find what you're looking for, you're gonna do what Eyewitness News did, and you're just gonna take the piece that paints the picture you want to paint. Not do you look like Obia is working on you, but no, you look like Obia. So let's not watch the whole live. Let's just cut a piece of him mid-sentence talking about such and such. Okay.
So, the broom. Don't get the broom now. The broom came out as well.
Now, again, so people looking for evidence. Now, it was very difficult to find, 1, the flyer of the event, and 2, the live of the event. Now, the question is, why you always looking for the flyer? You didn't want to go anyhow. You didn't want to go. You weren't interested because you didn't know about it before. And suddenly when he was in the tub, y'all knew you surely wasn't going to go, but you wanted to find the live. You couldn't find the live and you couldn't find the flyer. But what you could find was certain clips. So there was clips of him kind of prophesying to people. There was a clip of him with a lady with a broom, something about my broom, your broom, sow a seed. It was that kind of thing. And again, and again, and again, and again, the people went to find what they was looking for. Mm-hmm. The people went to find it. If I want to prove a point, I'm only going to select the pieces of evidence that will help me prove my point. Delton, continue.
So they found all the stuff. They pulled the files. They went deep into the filing cabinet. They pulled everything out, as Bahamians normally do. When you come for situations, we usually go and let's discover. And so what then entailed what followed afterwards, a pastor of the from Nassau, Bahamas.
You see, Angelica, you win me back now. I just want to know you and me cool. We're cool now.
A man from Bahamas sent out a viral voice note, condoning.
You skip way too many steps.
No, what?
Yes, because the thing on Facebook with the invitee. The invitor, you don't want to touch that? You want to leave that alone? No problem.
Because to me, that's sort of all is snowballing around the same time.
Okay.
So the voice note came out. The voice note came around the same time. So the voice note went viral of a prophetess, pastor of the church here in Nassau, Bahamas, condemning the actions of persons who brought him to town, and she made some allegations of the invitee. Of the person invited.
The invitor. Right.
And of the guest prophet.
Right.
Calling him
She did what most of y'all was doing when you went to look for receipts and videos from his lives and his thing, and she said what y'all was thinking. Or saying in the chats.
So her message was she didn't really call out the prophet name. She sort of was talking more so to the Bahamians that brought him over.
Right. And those that
entertained him. And on the topic of those that entertain him, while all this was happening, there was a post went out by this random Facebook person
account,
and they then went after the person that hosted the event and said some defamatory things about him and called
some
him
very defamatory
very,
things
very hurtful
about
thing.
him.
They did an edit on the picture to make him look like he had on eyeshadow or more makeup. And then the host of the event then he responded with the actual picture of itself that showed that the picture was edited and that all those stuff are all lies. Lies, you tell. And so anyway, so that little part brush over. And so on, what's that, Thursday?
At this point, I do not know.
Thursday, the prophet somehow got a hold of the voice note.
This is where I take over?
You take over right here, ma'am.
So on Thursday, the voice note, let mind you, as Delton said, the voice note was defamatory for both the invited guest, the prophet who had gone live in the bubble bath, and the one who invited him. But her address was really to the Bahamian who had invited him, because he is foreign, not African, but foreign.
By descent.
He's Jamaican, by the way.
African.
So the prophet apparently got hold of the voice note speaking about him, not necessarily to him, but about him. And he went live. In 2022, when you say someone went live, it should really speak for itself. But something about this was unlike anything any of us have ever seen before. He went live for nearly 3 hours.
3 hours.
And his live was primarily targeted at responding to the lady prophet who had sent the 8-minute voice note.
Yeah.
Essentially demanding that he leaves, demanding that he stops preaching, that people realize that this kind of thing is not allowed in the pulpit, based on the assumptions people were making about his sexuality. So he took 2 and some hours, nearly 3, to respond to what she said. Much of his response was an attack on her physical person.
Yep.
Much of his response, and when I say much, I mean much, because it was 3 hours. He had time.
Yeah, a lot of time.
Talk about her physical appearance. He talked about her ministry,
her personal life,
her family life. And eventually he came and cursed her in terms of her destiny.
He cursed. He prophesied. He said that's what the Lord showed him. So he said.
He said the Lord showed me.
He said, one day what the Lord showed me, that they're going to find you dead.
I did not know he said that.
He said that's what the Lord showed him.
Oh, dearie me. So, now, of course, Bahamians did not miss an opportunity to go on the live and call the prophet himself out.
As he was talking.
I am not ashamed to say, for a portion of time, I too was on the live. I too was watching it just to kind of get an idea of what it was. So that went down, and the prophet who sent the voice note coincidentally had a midday service going live at the time. So of course everyone's very excited, believing she was coming to respond to the response to. Oh my God, so much. But she had a regular service. She did address it. She made a point to say that while people are predicting death or prophesying death over me, I am already dead to my flesh. And that was that. There was no more in terms of that interaction. But that live generated a lot of discussion about the responsibility prophets have, the kind of things you can and cannot say, how we should and should not respond. And then, Delton, over to you.
Let me get some comments.
Yeah, get some.
First of all, so Julian says he needs to tell me what to do, because that volume, I've been trying to get on Dallas them bubbles, but I can't find the right ratio. Someone said it had to be Joy.
Julian, I ain't gonna lie.
Someone said it had to be Joy. So that was Joy or Dawn?
All my life, I've been trying to get the bubble bath right.
No, yeah.
Never.
So somebody opined that
even if you empty half a tub of bubble bath.
No, that was foam. Yeah, that was like foam. That was like, so yeah, this had to be Joy.
I know I'm distracted from the real issue, but honestly, when people started to say, I was like, for real. Now I'm imagining that they were pushed up for the frame. I don't think that. I just can't believe.
That's full.
I feel like, and I think that was in an effort to cover up. Now I must say, on the live, the prophet did make sure to respond to people's comments about his bubble bath video being inappropriate, and he said that he had checked with his wife, and his wife said it was okay. Because he is married with 6 children.
With 6 children.
He was careful to reiterate that fact on his live. Happily married with 6 children, has a healthy sex life with his wife.
Every day. He has 6 children. That's what the man.
And so he wasn't ignorant. He didn't ignore what people were saying. He came and he responded to many of the concerns, questions that people had. So, because he's foreign and he's from away, it was kind of like, man, you shouldn't do that. Leave it alone. But in our minds, we really believe, because the prophet who sent the voice note that triggered his response chose not to respond. We thought that it would be over. Like, we thought it would be, that was it. It was going to be
comment. Let me get some comments. Flowers give me the Paul and Listra vibes. He liked people give flowers. It's okay. Some men like flowers. I ain't like Rido. I did. He did look a lot like him. Guys.
I'm not even going to respond to that.
The bubble bath was a mistake, but I didn't think it was that unforgivable. What followed after the ordeal, though? So yeah, so the bubble bath was like, that was pushing it, but then afterwards it's like, okay, can't say she love flowers too. I think we all love flowers at some point.
Delton, if a woman gave you flowers, would you be like, oh, thank you so much?
No, so yeah, why? What's this?
But hold on. You just, in the same breath, you've literally contradicted yourself. Men on the live, because that was,
first of all,
people. Okay, so people are justifying their claims about his sexuality based on the evidence they've seen. Maybe that he's slightly effeminate, the preponderance of the evidence, slightly effeminate, bubble bath, flowers. Men on the live. Let's deal with one of them one time. If you were given flowers, would you be so outraged? Or would you find flowers a thoughtful expression of appreciation?
No, ma'am.
So Delton's no, ma'am. There's many men on the live. So men on the live, come. No. Delton, man in the room. Do you enjoy a bubble bath?
No. I mean, I've never got to that point of bubbles to me.
Like, I could if I could get my bubbles just like that.
I got the form that he had.
Bubble baths, man. That's okay. No.
With candles and I don't know.
There was candles?
I don't know.
I mean, he was away from home. He was on holiday. He was on assignment. Now, Delton, you want to go away. Oh, you're right. He was on assignment. But he was on assignment and had an evening where he could detox before he did his assignment. So he was making the most of it. Delton, you want to go away. When you go away, when you're no children down, aren't you going to do certain things to just indulge and enjoy yourself? I don't know. I'm asking. Delton says... Apparently no. Keep with the comments. You keep going.
And neutral. I'm neutral in all of this. This is what Shauna says. I'm neutral in all of this, but that was a lot of evidence the people left find.
Because that's what they were looking for, Shauna. They found what they were looking for.
They found mugshots. They found a lot of things.
Listen, it was just someone went as far as to find his single that he has on Spotify.
You have a single on Spotify?
It's called Woe. WOE, as in woe to them.
Woe to them.
But it's also stands for something on enemies. Watch on
wow. Boyfriends and thing come out. Oh yeah, that was what they said about the host of the event. It was a Jamaicanese. I never heard.
No, he said it's not Jamaicanese. He says he's Jamaican. He said he's Jamaican.
I never heard the voice note, but maybe she could have expressed herself a bit better.
Okay, so we're gonna start addressing the different things, or we still telling the story? Because the story's not over. I just trying to
get them on comments.
Okay.
Rose, I was trying to not say the closet. The dry vigs. Oh Lord, yeah, talking about the dry vigs, the dry blonde vig. Lord showed him that, but didn't show him that the bubble bath pick wasn't appropriate.
But Angelica, you said it wasn't so unforgivable. You said it wasn't so unforgivable.
His contour was on point. Eyebrows fleeky, made me question.
Listen, I want y'all to know my heart is right when I say this. I felt shame. I was like, how? How have you?
Yeah, on the skin routine.
You
need a proper skin routine.
First of all, that you're having a whole entire bubble bath and keeping your face beat is a problem for me. Like, how have you done that? Secondly,
you have good skin.
Who be just like? I'm not gonna get into should men be wearing makeup. But when it's so on point. I was distracted. I can't tell you I heard anything he said. All I saw was this man's face.
Should men wear makeup?
Is beat. I'm not a man, so I can only speak for myself.
Yeah, you're with the fly.
You speak. I don't know, men. Should you wear makeup?
Would you date somebody that wears makeup?
Nope.
That you all married together?
No.
He have to use my brush.
No.
He's using my contour brush.
Or worse. Worse if his contour's better than mine. I remember when I was young, I used to tell people I would never date a guy with longer hair than mine. The same applies to makeup. The same principle applies. If your contour is better than mine.
Raquel Rose says, out of order, he didn't represent the body of Christ. He was in his flesh. I can't remember what Cash is referring to. Brian, not Angelica, I guess not. I love her about it. She loves She's just laughing. 6 children. They don't sleep, buddy. They don't sleep. They be putting it in.
And one of them children recently born.
So he kept telling the audience he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 children, buddy. He looks sort of young. He doesn't look that old. I don't know his ages. I didn't research his age. I don't know what his age is.
I'm sure someone who did the research would tell you. Be able to tell you.
He said that they keep him busy.
Oh no, he did. He said every day, Rose. He said every day. And he said anyone who has a problem with his sexuality is dealing with their own frustrations. That was precisely what he said.
That's their family and their,
I'm quoting
their children now. And their
you aren't getting what you need to get, so you coming for my.
Let's just say, don't bring me flowers. Give me Yerman or cologne. I like where let's just go ahead. Watches, definitely like watches. So I like where
it's just like my birthday coming up. This is a good opportunity. 33 people on the
Terrell say it depends. Who giving the flowers?
If your wife gave you flowers, Terrell, or a woman who was interested in you, one of them brazen women who like shoot their shot.
She show up to the job and that's a bouquet.
Yeah, she shoot her shot. She slide in your DMs. She shoot her shot. She brings you flowers on the job. I've seen men giving flowers before. A manly man after his mother died. A manly man. Thanks for the disclaimer.
A manly man. He was away from his 6 children. He was on vacation.
He was on vacation, babe.
Loving himself. Leshurr reiterates, bring me the Yerman or cologne. I don't have a problem with the self-care regimen. It's just shouldn't have been a church service invitation. Yeah. I'll probably have 2 songs. Y'all really went and researched this man. He promised his single on live. He said that he made $1,500 so far. Y'all, he promoted his single on the live.
He promoted his single on the live.
I didn't watch all that. So
that same single, because that single about 7, 8 years old. So he's like, listen, but some cassava.
I was saying, not flowers.
Like if we going from things from the earth, some cassava roots.
If you're going in the garden, go to the farm part of the garden. Don't go to the flower part of the garden.
Yeah. I want to know you work hard for what you're giving me. I need a better skin routine and need to learn how to contour all over again. And I say that with no shade. When I watched that video, I was just like,
I think that's cosmetic procedure. Tinted eyebrows and lip via microblading. I don't know what microblading is. I see you're throwing this word out there. What is this?
It's almost like a form of tattooing. So you draw, basically you get the shape drawn.
Drawing it.
There's like a microblade that marks out the hair
tattoo,
kind of thing. It's almost like a form of tattooing. Am I right? Did I describe that right, ladies?
Yeah.
God give me plenty brows. I don't know.
Let's just say my wife better not give me no flowers. They must be for the kitchen counter. For the kitchen counter. Hey, flowers for who?
We're gonna be on these. He was singing. What do you mean?
I was all that. I ain't guessing him singing. I ain't guessing all that.
And listen, let me tell you something about that single, because I did listen to it. I don't like to. I only listened to the beginning, to the beginning. That song is scripture, buddy. He's singing. There's no rhyming. There's no lyrically.
Just
it's scripture.
Just a word.
He's like, woe unto them, something, 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 something. It's one of them woe unto them scriptures from like Micah. He says it. He says it's from Micah chapter 2. Woe unto. It's basically woe, like destruction upon your enemies. Them. Woe unto them. Woe unto them.
Partner, there's a new single.
Don't stop it.
And he was making use of the platform.
And I promise you it worked, you know.
That's about 50.
I always feel like these things always backfire when everybody's like calling people out on Facebook and resharing, reposting the video, the clip of the video, the edited video, everything. All you do is make the person, they say there's no such thing as bad publicity for people who want to be known. Yeah. For people who want to be known. But anyway, that's it. All publicity.
Terrell says, I'm fine with women giving flowers / gifts. However, food is preferred.
Listen, everybody's making their preference known here on the live, on the stream. Guys, any men listening, I like perfume.
Just throw it on there.
I like perfume. I do love a good watch also. I have a preference of a brand. Fossil. I'm a fossil gal. All my watches are fossil watches. Okay?
Okay.
Unless you want to get me a Samsung watch to go with my new phone that is coming in.
Finally.
Seeing as everybody putting out their preferences.
I don't know what sex children have to do with it. All that means is you had relations 6 times. Come on, Juliana.
Okay, and you know what? I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this really quickly.
I'm still not saying he's gay, but wife and children don't equal straight.
Right. But the point is, okay, we accept that, you know, perverse sexual desires exist in several forms. Mm-hmm. And homosexuality is just another perverse sexual desire in the same way as fornication or adultery or masturbation and all the other things that fall in perverse sexual desires and practices. Everybody or anyone who's dealing with any kind of sin every day is dying daily to their flesh. Right? Everybody's dying daily to their flesh. Do the desires ever disappear? For some people, they have that miraculous encounter with Jesus and they don't feel for weed anymore. They lose the taste for it. They lose the taste for alcohol. Mm-hmm. There are some people, because they've given their lives to Christ and have chosen to live a new way in the light of Christ, resist that temptation every day. A man who has sexual desires for men gets married and is having children, as far as I can see, if they are not also practicing homosexuality, because that's different. If they are resisting the devil in a heterosexual marriage that is being fruitful in the very physical sense, I think they're doing everything they can do. So I feel when Judy says children and wife don't mean nothing, no, I think it does mean something. Personally, I feel like it means you are taking active steps to live right.
So what you're saying is the fact that I'm
going to give you Jackie Hill Perry as an example. Sis says, listen, I still like women, you know, but I'm trying to live right. So I'm married to a man who I also love because God has done a healing work in me. And so I can be attracted to a man and I'm being fruitful in my marriage. So how is she any different from a man who likes men and is married to a woman and is having children?
So the way I resist extramarital affairs is the same thing that they have to do. Is what you're saying?
Say that again.
The same way that I would have to choose to resist extramarital affairs is the same way they have to resist.
I mean, if sexing and whoring about was your thing, was your weakness.
Hard about.
Yes.
But even if it's not my weakness, I mean, once you have that any kind of little proclivity, that whole act of resisting doesn't change.
Yeah, I think it's like somebody who's got a proclivity to alcoholism, and you remove it far from you. You tell all the people, all the bars them in your area, don't let me come in here. All the liquor stores, don't let me come in here. You clean all the liquor out your house. And daily, you walk that walk. Daily, you walk that walk. I feel like, isn't this, no, not this him exactly, but I feel like men who have that desire, that perverse sexual desire, like any sinful desire we have, they make a choice to walk away. The desire didn't go anywhere, but I want to live for Jesus. So yes, I have 6 children. And I'm married.
So, did he say that he's not homosexual or doesn't like men? Did he ever address that actual?
I don't know if he ever even said that she called him that.
Yeah, I think she did. Can you say that that's when you tied it to her family and say that that's when your family and stuff like that? So I mean,
that's a good point.
Did he ever say?
I can't tell you. I can't tell you. I listen to the lab that closely. I cannot tell you. I listen to the lab that closely.
Anyway, so Jackie says she happy for you. What you got to do for her? AKA Gia.
Yes.
You know it's Gia. Jackie, you know it's Gia?
Yes, that's Gia.
All right, let's make sure that you know it's Gia. Jackie, I know you know.
No, I don't. She helping me get my little situation straight.
Also, your name, like, Jesus, what is that?
No. because I can talk to you offline. Because she was initially supposed to help me, but when I put it in the basket, the date was gonna be on the day she leaving. Too risky. Didn't want to do that. But when I actually put in the address, it was the day before, so it could work out.
She did, huh?
Yeah.
All right, Jackie, I can.
See why I say I want to take this offline. We're distracted. Listen.
All right, Jackie. Anyway,
first of all, we haven't finished the story and we're really just running through comments. But
everybody know the story, man.
I mean, okay, y'all want to talk about it. Bubble bath, there's no world in which that was okay. But I don't feel we should attack a person because they've made a bad decision. They made a really, really bad decision.
Bubble bath and makeup. What was it with that?
If it was bubble bath with no makeup, I don't think the makeup makes it worse or better. I think in and of itself, it's inappropriate. It was inappropriate not in the same way. It was inappropriate. And I think the one thing I would have liked to see from him was an apology for the inappropriateness. Unfortunately, the voice note clouded everything and made it about other things. Because one thing we didn't mention is the actual church where he went to, the church where the event was held. They released a statement just to separate themselves from it and make it clear that they hadn't necessarily invited him to come. They were hosting an event. And up until the moment where the bubble bath bubble bath video went round, they didn't, they were hosting an event and were happy to host an event. But after it went round, they wanted to make it clear that they were not involved. They did not condone, and they thought it was inappropriate. I think when you have done something that is offended a community of people so very obviously, like so very clearly, if you are a man or woman of God, and you might be like, well, it's just people and their preferences. At that point, you need to go to those people that you are accountable to. Who holds you accountable? Who's your spiritual covering, or who is your mentor? Like whoever it is. In this case, he said he'd gone to his wife. She wasn't enough. You needed to go to some other person and let's say, look, everyone's offended by this. I did this. Is this wrong? Should I apologize? I feel like he needed to address the clearly very inappropriate thing. Yeah. Which was the bubble bath thing. Everything else is left to people's assumptions about him as a person. Yeah, because nobody. And that's where I personally draw the line. That's where I personally draw the line.
FYI, it's on the screen. It's called Coronavirus Healing Prayer Worship. Song is called Heal Our Land.
So we just doing free promotion. At this juncture, we'd like to promote.
I just wanted to show the Little Richard picture. The Little Richard picture is it for me. The Little Richard hairstyle. That is right there's Little Richard from back in the 60s. That little hairstyle situation going on there. For those who on radio, I'm sorry you can't see it. But there's that picture, that right there. I know.
Delton, you want to slip in our sponsor for the day?
Anyway, so right here at today's show,
really promoting people music.
We are so happy that today's show, we have our sponsor. And so please indulge us as we give our sponsors time for their commercial. Keep it locked right here to Glory 93.9 FM. We'll be right back after the short and brief commercial break.
Hello, everybody. My name is Rodney Monka, and I'm a freedom fighter and a former staff of the Sandins Rehabilitation Center. Well, on Saturday, the 11th of June, we're having a walkathon, a runathon, and even a pushathon. Join me at 6:30 a.m. in the morning and bring all your friends and family. This is powerful. God save the Queen.
For more information and to register, visit www.pushathon242.com.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. So yeah, that's the 11th annual geriatric pushathon that's happening June 11th, 2002, 6:30 a.m. Pre-registration is $15, in person or virtual. We can call the number that she just said. I don't remember what number it was.
Definitely wasn't going to remember the number. No.
But pushathon242.com is the place to go to the website if you want to register. We want to make sure y'all support our geriatrics down there at Sandlands Rehabilitation Center. They need some assistance in some things, and so we want to be a blessing to the people, to our older saints.
Now, I don't know if Angela can find her in a shop, but she said, good point, Vera, because I don't have 6 children. I need to be more heterosexual. That's not my point. My point is that my point is not that having children makes you more heterosexual. But I think if a man is struggling, because who's to say that he's not got a good, healthy marriage? Like, who's saying that? Because Shakara said, when I say that, I mean there are heterosexual men who hide behind the fact that they have family photos. I don't know why this was a measuring stick. Fair enough. Shakara says, so Vera, he has not been fully delivered then. Shouldn't he be made brand new? We look different, walk and talk different. I think that's idealistic. I think for a lot of people, before full deliverance, they deny, and some people be denying their whole lives and deny successfully. So I don't know. I don't know. I feel like if if until I'm fully delivered and the desire is completely gone, what do I do? Sit there and say, well, I'm just waiting on deliverance? No, I got to deny my flesh. I got to deny myself, deny my desires, as a lot of us are still doing with things that don't necessarily show in the way we walk and talk. That's why it's so easy to call this out, because, oh, I could see it on you. We can't see masturbation on you. We can't see lying on you. We can't see misappropriating on you in the way you walk and talk. But that doesn't make you any less responsible for denying your desire to do these things. Personally, having a wife and children doesn't mean you can't be gay. Absolutely, Julie, I'm not saying that. And I think even if he was, or anybody is, and even calling yourself gay, that's another thing altogether. Is that like a you accepting a title for yourself, or are you just going to say I have desires for men? Because once you call yourself gay or homosexual, it's kind of embracing an identity rather than seeing a desire as what it is, a desire that is ungodly. Daryl Miller say, how Daryl getting this?
I can send the video. That's an old Daryl Miller joke.
Okay. No, he didn't. So Leo was saying he never said in his video that he wasn't a homosexual. He did. Said was scared to ask him. He started putting a godly hit out on people. I say I ain't bothering with that.
Yeah, he did stop with the godly hit.
I think that was the point that, again, that was a moment in his life. Actually, no, that was not the moment. The moment when he started talking about dry wigs and greasy skin.
For that part, for me, that just him exposing his, like, I don't say, his immaturity.
Immaturity.
However, when he went to that, God said I can find you dead. To me, that was the end of the life. Like, when
would you say that was demonic? Because a lot of people like it was demonic. The whole thing was just demonic.
I can't even say it's demonic because I don't know how this man's gift operates. I can't even tell you if that is true. I mean, because God might have shown him that for true. And this could have also been a plan for him to talk to her and help her out at some point. But now this is now turned into some kind of battle of some sort. Where it should never... Prophet Lawrence Rowe was on last night on Beyond the Headlines.
Oh, you watched it? I didn't watch it. I only heard about it because I read someone else's post about why he shouldn't go on.
I didn't see that. I didn't see people trying to all of a sudden now become the adversary for peace and all the stuff of that. And I saw that. That's neither here or there now. But he went on last night, and something he said that was so powerful. He said, when people always talk about you. That's a given. People are going to talk about you. He said you get two options. You could defend yourself or defend the cross. Prophets say you could defend yourself or defend the cross. Gosh. Just choose to defend the cross. So to me, he had no reason to respond. And so that's why I say to him, I can't say it's demonic when he said that he's got that she's what he saw. I don't know that he could have a gift for true, and that's what God could have shown that for true. So I can't even say it's demonic. It's without love. It had no love attached to it. It had no. This is me now trying to get you.
Because can God show you how someone's gonna die?
Can?
Yeah, because to say it's demonic would imply that God can't show him, or was the fact that if he saw something, if God showed him something and he said it out loud, is the saying thereof demonic? Because a lot of people are like, this is demonic. I was like, I'm not going down that road personally. Because I ain't gonna be here high and mighty, like I know how to discern all spirits. So I'm gonna leave that alone. But part of me was like, is it possible that it's not? Because once you curse someone who's on the devil's side.
Yeah.
I mean, read the Old Testament. Woe unto them. Woe unto them. However, as Delton said, irresponsible and not done in love. Because as a prophet, you have a responsibility when you are prophesying. Anyway.
Yeah. So anyway, but the whole response thing, it was one immature. It showed that he's not a mature person. The fact that you went on for so long attacking this lady personally, attacking her, talking about how she looks, her wig, her face greasy.
Okay, question.
Like, how you get to this?
Okay, I think we can all agree he was wrong.
Oh,
he was wrong. I don't know what kind of person he is. I think the act was wrong. And a lot of people like it was
a wrong person.
It was a poor display on the kingdom of God. Part of me is like, I don't think so. Now you see the people in the comments like, that's why I don't go to church, but you go to your family reunion and you sit in your staff room office. So I don't hear that from you. Then people's like, this is why I don't go to church. Honestly, but I think believers can watch that and be like, this is not representation of us. Like,
no.
The problem is when all our lives start to look like this.
No, but the problem is, you said when believers say this on church look like, the problem is in the believers. The problem is everybody else on the outside who watches saying,
yeah, but I feel like
this is how the church looks.
No, but then I just don't feel like, I feel like you can make, I said, you can only say this is how the church looks if this is what we're doing all the time. Now, because if, for example, Delton comes in one day and he slaps me on the face, I know Delton well enough to know this is Delton being out of character. Do you understand what I mean? I just feel like this was, now the problem is, do we have an issue of church people going on the live and just talking dumbness?
I was just going to say this now, ma'am.
Then that means he is not the reason people are looking at the church badly. We have an issue.
No. I never said that he was the problem.
Okay,
so this is the problem.
Because I feel like more likely we have an issue with multiple church people lashing out and being emotional.
I think that's,
and getting in
and
their
that's
feelings.
the problem.
Because I think what provoked him was also an emotional response.
I think what the problem is too, persons who have had these emotional responses all of a sudden now want to be the givers of peace.
But they apologize and repent. So you can't repent? You can't repent?
Because I don't open this and track this down any further. Speaking of lives, there was another live again by Apostle Yvette Sanders where she also addressed the issue.
A friend of the
French, where she also addressed the issue, and her point, what she said was like, I can't believe that y'all people are siding. I think I'm just paraphrasing, that y'all are on the side of Prophet Patrice Smith
because she's Bahamian.
Just because she's Bahamian. And she said God told her that God said, I ain't giving a word to give to the country. And to me, it was like, this is now getting interesting.
What I found very, and again, I told Delton, make sure you put a sensible topic for this show. Lessons from the live. What can we take away from this as believers? What can we learn?
Live.
One, the live is not your friend.
Stop going live.
The live is not your friend, babe.
That's what we learned.
Stop going live. No, but also, I found it very interesting how all the parties involved, and when I say parties, I mean parties, except for Prophet Lawrence Rowe, who just went and stood, because everyone's like, don't get involved in it. And he went and he just preached Jesus.
That man is amazing.
Just love him. All these parties involved, those that have attached themselves, those that were originally part, all the pieces of this puzzle. I found it so ironic. All of you all have and are displaying the traits that you are calling out the other person for. I found that I was like, so wait, you on here talking about how you don't do that? Because at one point he said, you don't do that. You call me. If you really have a concern for me, you call me. That's why you on the live? I was so confused. At one point, Apostle Yvette, she said a couple of things. I was like, but sis, you used to do that all the time. You used to do it all. Like, how we can't see this? We can't see this.
We gotta see it ourselves.
Listen to me. Introspection is powerful. Reflection and introspection is a daily tool that we as humans, but much more so believers, must and should exercise every day you are given. Reflect and take introspection, because how do you become so blind? And then not only do you want to be quietly blind, you now want to blast blindness all over the internet. I cannot believe it. I can't understand that. And we adults too. Forget that we're apparently spirit-filled believers. We're grown. What happened after the live? Anyway, so Shakara said this: if you're an alcoholic and are resisting the desire to drink, I don't think you will still look like Rum Blossom. You look different. Rum Blossom. Shakara, you're picking out things that can be seen. If you're drunk, you can see somebody's drunk. You're picking out things that can be seen. But what about this quiet stuff that people can't see? That you never see that. This is how you will look different.
Is there a fix for the effeminate male? I have known many of not a lie. It's a lie. I have known some people who are men who are effeminate. I don't know a lot of them. I have never seen anyone stop.
Say that again.
I've never seen anybody stop, like looking effeminate.
Ha!
What is the fix to that? I have never been privy to seeing that transformation.
The question is, does it need to be fixed?
Doesn't need to be fixed.
Because the fixing is for whose benefit?
It's for whose benefit? It's a good question.
Because when you're ready, you're gonna say, "God, look at the heart."
Oh, of course.
When you're gonna wear short dress and backless things,
Yeah.
and come to the studio with your arms,
Your arm out.
you're gonna say, "God, look at the heart." So
and God can see your heart through your shade. Cover it up. God can see your heart through your shade. Cover it up. I said, does it need to be fixed? Should the male, and I should say, he was never gay, never had any relationship with another male, but in certain cases, I've heard people talk about it. They grew up with all females, and they used to mimic the females, and that's the way they got.
This show is too heavy for today, boy. It's too heavy.
Oh yeah, we reached our time limit.
Sure.
We done. Does it need to be fixed? Should it be fixed? Is it fixable?
Ask the people then.
What do? Do you send them to etiquette school? Male etiquette school? How to be a male 101? Man don't sit like this. Man don't talk like this. Man don't wear leggings with skinny mouth shoe. Exactly what do you do for the effeminate male? And that's a real question that I like for
I am scrolling through the comments.
The pastor apologizing to him was the host of the event.
Was the one who brought him here.
That's the one who brought him.
So kind of apologizing that me bringing you here has caused you all of this drama.
Yeah. Like, it's my bad, bro.
But you know what? Also, this man of God, purporting man of God, I don't know anything about his ministry, so I'm not going to say anything about how man of God he is.
Not a thing.
He did something that was inappropriate. That's how it began.
Yep.
I wonder if anybody other than his wife, who he apparently asked, said to him, "Man of God, you did this was not okay. This was inappropriate."
Mm.
I wonder if he ever had somebody approach him, like in a really loving, genuinely concerned, like, you have a ministry and this kind of thing is going to work against you, so let me help you. Because I know we got thousands of comments. I know loads of reposts and loads of TikToks. But did anybody say this was an irresponsible thing you did?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know anybody. And I just because of human nature, most people in ministry are going to make mistakes. Now in this day and age, unfortunately, your mistakes will be recorded, not in heaven, but on earth, on the live, because you put them out there, or you made a mistake in your service and something you said, it was overly offensive, and somebody took a snippet out of your live and your team put it down, but it's out there now. I wonder, because before the people sent the voice notes and everything's like, did anyone say, "Prophet, you're going to preach tonight"? And I think a lot of people said that the comment from Evangelistic Center was very mature and calling for him to apologize. Again, it was just done publicly. It's like I called for you. Like, did anybody go to him
actually
and say,
call him?
This is the culture here. This is what we understand. So
I know, Pastor, let's talk about this. We had one of our friends. I call this Pastor Perry. He didn't call his name on the show. Pastor Perry was here speaking one time, and this one, he just came here, and we taught him the word bungie. Part of my French, those out there who all of a sudden become,
because you learn those words first, don't you?
Anybody, you go to someone who speaks a foreign language, you will learn dirty words first. You come to the Bahamas, you learn the colloquialism, you learn that part first. So we taught him that word, a key in moment, taught him that word. He went preaching at a session and said the word in church.
Oh, in the Bahamas?
In the Bahamas.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
In the Highway Church of God.
Oh, goodness gracious.
It was a Highway Church of
God
event.
To have been a fly on the wall.
It was a Highway Church of God event.
Woo!
And this was some years ago when even the older saints were still alive and sitting in the front. And he said it. I think he said it like, "Sit your honky down," something that he said. And it's like, like a key for him. And everybody's like, a key, nothing. A key about.
You might as well say it.
But however, so we went to him afterwards, like, "Hey, sorry." And of course, that's our bad. It's like, that we don't do that here. Like, that's really for the outside world. We don't bring that to the church. So there has to be someone to say to him, guy. I think it has to be someone. I don't think, he should have someone in his circle that is close enough. Not have to be like a pastor.
No, but you know what? Forget
be a
someone in his
prophet.
circle. Someone who's not in his circle that just feels passionately upset enough
No, but
and
I think there should
concerned
be someone
enough.
in his circle too.
No, but my thing is, that's one of the lessons from the live. It's just when we see our brothers and sisters, and I've said this before on DGMT, once you purporting Christian, me and you on the same side. Until I know either by discerning of the spirits or by something you do that you are actually not in fact a child of God, as I am. All of us are children of God, but have accepted that I am a child of God. We're on the same side. Like our offense and our outrage rarely ever leads us to want to correct people in love. It always leads us to want to shout out. It always leads us to want to criticize. And for me, we could sit here and be trapsy about this and a kiki. And let me not pretend I've not been a kiki in the chat all week long. I've been laughing my face off. But when it comes to the end of it, you've got to be like, but what can we learn from this? Because this has now spiraled to the point where the LGBTQ community has released a statement.
They have
a statement.
A very eloquent statement that is nice. It's good read.
It's got no paragraphs. I have a problem with
no
that.
paragraphs, but it's good read. It's good.
And do you know what that means? Do you like once when all the kiki is done, we got to sit down and think about what this means. This now means the Bahamas for a long time has enjoyed the privilege of being known as a Christian nation, and because of that there are certain Christian liberties that you guys take for granted here that don't exist anywhere else. Take it from me, who's lived in the more secular part of the world, Western Europe. They just over there loose like a goose and don't want Jesus anywhere near them. For me, when I read that was like a red flag. I was just like, oh, it's not going to be long until they go the way that we've been. Because I remember when this started to happen. I remember when the groups that what's the way to put it without being offensive? Groups that disagreed with the church, where they would quietly disagree. But when they started taking on national platforms and putting out statements, there was a pressure on the government to act and respond. And that's what changed the entire climate of the nation. I don't think people understand how irresponsibility on the part of believers, and I think all of us are party to an extent. Anybody who went on a live, made a comment, forwarded a video, a kiki, all of us are part of the problem. All of us. Because we haven't learned. Our instinctive response is only to our friends. Like if I see my friend who's saved making a mistake, I'll go up to them and say, but we don't see ourselves as brothers and sisters and all of part of one family. Because if somebody in my church who's not part of my circle makes a mistake, does something inappropriate, I don't go to them. I go into the chats and I forward. I was like, child, you see what she did on TikTok? Like that's our first response. We don't yet see ourselves as brother and sisters. And until you prove yourself otherwise, once you say Jesus Christ, your Lord and Savior, I have to accept you as my brother and my sister. And so all of us are part of this problem because no one is going to deny the first video was inappropriate. But the responses that came, everything that followed after was because everybody took part irresponsibly. I wonder if anybody, and I would say on this occasion, the pastor who brought him here, like, didn't say, hey, really maybe want to apologize for that because that was inappropriate. We just...
I think about all this assumption, though. We don't know if there might have been.
But he didn't apologize.
Exactly. That don't mean that someone didn't. So we can say this here, and that's all assumption. That's all we're doing. We're what they call Monday morning quarterbacks.
Now, in that case, you've gone to the person, you've corrected them, and they refuse to hear you. What the Bible say do?
What you go do? Man's a senior prophet. He's a master prophet. You go to the master prophet.
Rose said, Vera, you can see Rum Blossom. And I said, y'all is picking things you could see. That's my point. Y'all keep only picking things you could see. Anyhow,
let's get
these comments because we got to go. Yeah. Where we starting from? He said he didn't apologize because his wife sees nothing wrong.
Yeah, we did that. I don't even know who he is. All right. Oh yeah. So he probably went to Big Baby Never Angelica. Let's say he was selfish going to his white and goats restaurant. But Why the quotes? Hey, leader of classes, how can you file for defamation of character and post a 3-hour live roast session? That, my friends, is also.
And then he was like, "Oh, I know people in power."
I know people in power. I was
"Oh,
like,
boss
sir,
man,
who you know?
petty man,
Is that a perm?
can't help
It was a
you."
perm.
Can't
By
help
the
you.
way, did anyone purchase the broom? We'll never know. I don't think they can come up and say I have the broom to sweep away the demons.
That's what it was.
I don't know.
Sweep the house clean.
The leader of the woman's dem. That was our commercial. Sure looked like one. Hi, hello, beautiful people. That's from the Lady Talia Perry.
Hi, Lady Perry. Lady Perry,
mad.
you never sent me my pictures. I'm just saying.
Marie said she learned that God killed Jonah, so there's always a lesson to be
What,
learned.
girl? When he say God
He
killed
said-
Jonah,
I
I
said, "God
said,
killed Jonah."
what?
I said, read your Bible.
And he said, that's right.
Read
Y'all
your
don't read your Bible. I said,
shots fired. Y'all don't read your Bible. That's the problem.
oh my gosh.
He picked up the cross and started rapping people out cool.
Instead of defending the cross, he picked up the cross.
Yeah, you want to be advocate for peace after you done had your own mess in public and made the Christian church look bad.
But is there no redemption for someone like that?
Always redemption.
Question. Because we skirting around an issue. Now.
I really got to try to get out here, man.
This is true. Is there no people? Okay, so Prophet, bubble bath, big mistake. 3-hour live, big mistake. In a month, he turns around and he puts out a public apology.
Time to go.
We've been told we got to wrap up. Producer said it's time to go. Hold on. He puts out an apology in a month
wake after 3 weeks
for all of this stuff and explains how the Holy Spirit revealed to him his wrong. The problem with us, we don't accept that. That's not good enough.
Apologies?
Yeah, it's not good enough. If he comes out in a month, after the bubble bath, after the 3-hour live, y'all be honest with yourselves. If he comes out with an apology for those things, we're putting assumptions to the side. We only go with the proof that we have, which is we saw you in the tub, sir. With the bubble. We saw that.
We saw the bubbles.
We watched you on the live for 3 hours, sir. We saw that. And he comes out in a month and he apologizes. He puts it in paragraphs, punctuation on point. Paragraphing, 10 out of 10. Church people we ain't gonna let it go. And this is the problem therein. This is the problem we have. Keep going through the comments, boss man.
Yeah, you want Jonathan says he was very hurt and upset at the accusations for sure.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. When God shows things, I believe we're supposed to pray first, no? I mean, we probably should.
But God showed him while he was on the live in a 3-hour run.
He's really hot. So when God
first of all, my first question would be when I get to heaven, but God, your timing though. You could have shown him.
God showed him while he's
after the live.
He was really hot.
Before the live.
So
why you gonna show him when he already mad?
While he was hot, it's like, let me say it's not.
God, timing.
Since God get us to me now, let me throw it out here now.
Seeing as we here.
Yeah. And God I talking about her. God showed me her. Let me say it. Did she not personally attack him? Yeah, she did. She did, Jody. She personally attacked him.
She personally attacked him, but not personally attacked him.
Yeah, I mean, she
called him some things, but didn't call. Yeah, she didn't say you are. But anyway.
Yeah,
no, but y'all ain't responding to what I just said, because what I said is I said something. You know when the preacher say, "Oh, I just say something." I just said something.
Y'all respond to me.
Let us be honest. This whole thing about knowing how to lovingly correct people in this social media, digital, everything on a live, or everything is a voice note. We ain't good at that. And it's proven in the fact that when people do apologize, we ain't even ready to take it. We first to say that wasn't sincere. That wasn't real. They should have done this instead. But they have public lives, so they give public apologies. We just take it from the celebrities. We just don't take it from our own.
Personally, I want to say, like, really, it wouldn't matter.
What do you mean it wouldn't matter?
Personally, to me, like, if you apologize. I'm not here like really holding anything against the man. I don't know the man.
No, Delton, I'm gonna call you out because this scenario that we're talking about, you're like, and then you want to come and be the keeper of peace.
I don't mean the man.
No, but I'm saying that's an example of this. I'm just using him as a scenario to reference this other thing.
You said him. You said that.
No. I said. So what's the difference between him and him?
I don't know this guy. So
so you believe that the apology is insincere? How you can make that decision?
Not insincere, and I'll say that. I don't want to say it on air because it can open up other stuff that I would say. So I wouldn't say that's why I'm not answering you. I wouldn't say that on air. I'll just say for a prophet, read his apology. Like to me, it wasn't even neither here or there. I don't follow him. I had never heard about him until I saw him in the bubble bath. So I don't.
What
know
if he
that
was a
at all.
prophet you followed? What if he's a prophet you knew in the Bahamas? A Bahamian prophet you know of. Maybe you don't follow their ministry, but they did this and you were in the chance like, no, he did this. Oh my God. Bubble bath. Kiki. Oh my gosh. 3-hour life. Kiki. In a month's time, he comes back.
He could apologize at the end of the life, and that's the big one. Okay.
Delton is being difficult. Let me read these comments.
I know. I mean, like I would say, okay, so I would take his apology.
You would?
Yeah.
But just not in other cases. You take some and not others.
It's like I said, there's more to the story.
There is more. Guys, we're going to talk about it offline. So Delton and I are going to talk about that offline, and we're going to find a way to bring that to DGMT on another time. Listen, we are very late for our appointment. From the comments, the Bahamians who spoke up did not identify him as a representation of a pastor, and I think that's important. Like, we don't really believe.
I'm very loud there. Very loud.
Hold on, who are you talking to?
I don't know who you're talking to. This is very loud. Hey, stay on Facebook.
What did Christy say? Oh Jesus!
Man, possibly
I think it's one thing when the live prophets coming for the live prophets. It's just when the voice note prophets and the doom and gloom prophets all coming for each other. It's like, anyhow, people trapsy though. Someone sent him the voice note. That's not trapsy. Hold on. Let me clarify. A lot of people believe that the voice note was something that slipped out. No. The voice note was her version of a live. She wanted that to be shared.
Yeah.
It wasn't that she sent it to somebody and they sent it to somebody and then it went viral. That was what she wanted. She wanted it to go viral. Because when you address somebody and don't call them personally, your hope is that it gets shared enough times to get to the people that you are speaking to. That's not trapsy. If somebody put out a live and my name, they call my name, and you better send me that voice note, please.
They make an assumption in those cases. And said she was approaching to him. She was just to the man.
No, she called him my name though.
She was just to the host.
Shakara say stop going live. Big, listen, y'all should be scared of the live. Men and women of God should be shooketh of lives after this kind of thing. Marisha says Harrison Thompson said we were taught when you have nothing to say, nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. He said this statement alone has raised generations who don't know how to handle conflict and resolve it without exposing your personal trauma or causing trauma. But then, Marisha, if we had followed the rule, we wouldn't be in this situation. If he had followed the rule, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say nothing at all, we wouldn't be in this mess. We wouldn't have nothing to fix because they wouldn't have said anything. He wouldn't have gone live because he definitely had nothing nice to say. and Prophet would not have gone viral on the voice note because she didn't have anything good to say.
Yeah, like, but he said, prophecies are always destruction.
Go talk to the person directly, man.
How you know this? He was like, he listened to voice notes, always talking about destruction.
And he talked about her family. So
talk like that. Like you.
A very wicked person who probably encouraged him to clap back. Oh, the person who sent him the voice note. Vera, that how we can't see this sounded very
Bahamian.
Just now?
No, that was just now, man.
When I said how we can't see this. No, I probably meant for that to sound Bahamian.
He said
he speaking to my
family here, so it's probably one of them. Or he said he had family here.
Oh, this is true. He did say that.
Who else he blinking eyes? I ain't posting that. Take that off the screen. Good point, Scar. She is saying something very powerful. Vera, you can see rum blossom.
I'm not disagreeing. Y'all,
that's true. My auntie Apostle can tell y'all don't mix her up in no bench.
Y'all making me repeat myself. Rose, I just didn't disagree.
Risha asks, I would ask in return, is there a fix for the masculine woman? Yes. I mean, let's say yes. I mean, I have seen it. I told you before. I said my statement. I have not seen a man. I have seen a woman. I have went to school with a few tomboys.
And then they grew up. Delton, you said tomboys. Masculine women is different from tomboys, you know. I was a tomboy. I was a tomboy in school.
What's what tomboy is?
Tomboy is like, it's when you're young. Boyish girls.
Okay. Right.
That aren't necessarily masculine women. That's a different thing altogether.
All right. So no, I've seen masculine.
Because I was a tomboy in school.
I've seen masculine.
One of the reasons I stopped playing drums is because I finally started wearing skirts.
hot.
I started wearing skirts because I grew out of being always in trousers and baggy clothes. Like if I show you clothes of me in like college and high school, it's tomboy.
But you wouldn't consider that masculine.
Because I wasn't masculine women. I think girls tend to grow out of tomboyishness. I don't know about men. I don't know about young boys who are like to be. I don't know about that. I can speak for girls.
I guess that's that definition.
I think tomboy and masculine women.
Tomboy for me, I know tomboy to be masculine women.
I think once you pass like 18, it's no longer tomboy. You're masculine women.
Yeah, but I've seen very, very like not even to the point of just talking about masculine.
Oh my goodness.
What do they call it? Butch? They call it butch.
Butch.
I've seen like butch guys
butch women come around. Yeah. Come around
to like basically come around. Made a 180 from where they were to now feminine wearing stuff. Like went to school with primary school and high school. And I've seen turnaround. So, but to this day, if you have to see it, I haven't seen any.
All right,
man.
Have
you seen any? I'm sure you've seen. You grew up around feminine men. Have you seen any of them that have gotten saved and changed or living Christian lives? And
no, because the ones I know were slightly effeminate whenever homosexual. They were just slightly effeminate in my eyes, but very much.
And like we said, that doesn't have to change.
Straight. And they haven't changed, but they ain't saved. They live in a very healthy straight life, unsaved,
but and effeminate,
and still quite to me. Yeah,
don't really know. Females have etiquette schools. Yes, they do. He also from the ghetto and ghetto culture and dresses different, so that might be something to consider.
The prophet. Because Jody's speaking from as an
paso.
The word.
You know, but the paso.
I cannot believe you just said paso. I cannot believe you just said paso on the radio.
You're talking about the paso.
I never thought DGMT would get to the point.
I'm talking about
paso casual.
His wife told him it's okay to go live naked. He was, first of all, you're making assumptions, man. You don't know what he's wearing.
No. Yeah, but the connotation of a bubble bath is that you're not wearing any clothes. But he positioned the bubble so you didn't see anything inappropriate. Now, as much as you saw on him is as much as we see on y'all when y'all wear them low neck dress.
But the fact that you asked first means you knew it was on the line.
I don't believe he asked his wife at all.
Don't believe that at all.
I don't believe he asked his wife at all.
Hey, can I go live in the bubble bath? Sure, honey.
No, I think he maybe asked that after the fact. I don't think the bubble bath was that big of a deal. I think the bubble bath was made a big deal because people thought that it showed him to do something different than what he was thinking.
I think he asked his wife for his phone.
Now listen, Angelica, I hear you. But if a big, grizzly, manly-looking man, no makeup on his face, known around town as a big, manly-looking man, was in the bubble bath, advertising a church service, I would be equally as outraged. Promise you that. That's me personally. That's me personally. If any man of God that I know and love presently got in a tub and was advertising service, I would be just as outraged. Yeah. That's me. That's me. His makeup wowed me. It didn't even offend me. I was just in awe. I was in disbelief.
That's one of the biggest problems with homosexuality in Christian church. That females usually like this. Oh my God, your face is so beat. Don't talk about that. You are a male. Anyway, that's a topic for another day.
Oh, Tasha Ramon's come in. Oh, Tasha, Vera. Oh gosh.
That's me and you couldn't say anything.
Go on.
Sorry.
Vera and Delton, he was clearly out of order. Should have allowed the Holy Spirit to direct his response. He gone way left. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. I told you all my policy in life before. If I start off wrong, I definitely don't want to end off wrong. So he start off wrong. Tub, rubber-dub. Voice note come out. That's when you take the high road. Because you almost safe. You almost safe. Like, you did this, but they come for you a bit. They come for you too much, man. Feel a little base. But then you go through our life. There's no saving you, sir. None whatsoever. I think we don't take deliverance far enough for certain struggles. Now that you've asked this question, Delton, questions and we wrapping up. Perhaps.
No, like, now that I asked that question, I'm talking about the look of a fellow man.
Okay. Perhaps like Alcoholics Anonymous, we need a space that teaches delivered homosexuals and lesbians and transgenders how to live differently.
Does that space exist?
I don't. They would now. You see, they would call that. What's it called? That's the thing that they're trying to ban in the States. Corrective therapy. That's essentially.
You're trying to say something.
That's
wrong.
what it is. That's what it is. We like trying to.
I feel this is from Lillian. Hey, Lillian. I feel
Lillian.
as of recent times, social media has removed our sensitivity and personal relationships, even in the church. It's easier to call people out on social media rather than talking in person in love.
That's it, and that's all. That's the lesson from the life. If you ask me what the takeaway from DGMT is,
Lillian,
pin that.
Start.
Pin that. That's
Okay.
it.
Start.
That's it. Because this keeps happening. Like this week went further than it usually does. This week went further than it usually does, to the point where it's not even over yet. That statement from the people them. Oh man. The statement from the children them has literally just added a whole different dynamic to this whole thing. However, this has happened before. This keeps happening. And we keep a kiki and maybe DGMT as we're guilty because our show is predicated. We need y'all to do dumbness on the live in order for us to have a good show on Saturday.
A good show.
However, that sensibility, that sensitivity, and correction in love, everybody wants it and it's just no good at doing it. Anyway, if an alcoholic stays away from bars and things connected to drinking, the former lesbian or homosexual thinking out loud perhaps should be a place of rehabilitation and restoration. But I think, doesn't Alcoholics Anonymous teach you not to participate in the act of drinking? And so if you don't participate in the act of, but does that then, if you don't participate in the act anymore, does that then take away from you looking slightly effeminate or slightly masculine? Because those things exist in people who are not necessarily homosexual.
I would say something that I believe is true. This is from Angelica. There are Christians that believe that homosexuality is not a sin. That's why he reacted the way he did. That was very blatant. That statement is also implied in the statement from the LGBTQIA plus community that they said to the Bahamas. That they sent out as an official statement because they wanted to remind
that there are homosexuals,
that there are LGBTQ plus people who are people of faith. They put that in there too. And they put that, and what was the last sentence? Because they did it in brackets. I thought that was nice. You know me, I look for punctuation and things. People are people of faith, whether they're Christianity or any religion, and as such, they are entitled to the fundamental right to practice their religious beliefs that these same non-governmental organizations, in brackets, the church, enjoy as well. That's what they say.
We're hoping that Pastor Denzel and Pastor Aquino address that statement on one-on-one, because that is definitely above Delton and I's pay grade. 100% above our pay grade.
Say Fruit Loops here, not non-profit bubbles.
You don't put words in my mouth.
I was wondering why my desk was up. Yeah, no, she had a day up. We isn't going to apologize. We don't know. We are waiting to see.
And honestly, the thing about him apologizing, I was just using as a hypothetical scenario for when we have Christians who make very public mistakes, very, very public mistakes, and suffer as a consequence of that, in terms of people will make comments, and most of the comments are right. The comment is in terms of the things that people say, the observations they make about the mistake oftentimes are correct, but the fact that you commented, I'm not sure if that was correct. The fact that you commented on a public platform, that is what I'm calling into question. But my hypothetical scenario using this prophet was, what do we do when the apology comes? Because I know, listen, I've been in church all my life. We don't take apologies very quickly. Nope.
The church?
Yep. What? We don't take apologies.
From who though?
The people that are up there.
Because a few shows ago, we talked about the whole The Walls group guy.
Right.
He's been on that contest recently.
Hello.
Wake up and breeze.
Never apologized, and we never disagreed with him publicly. Because publicly we were agreeing with him. The same ones that are inviting him didn't disagree with him. So there was no forgiveness there because there was no offense.
No, he didn't apologize. He apologized.
Who apologized to?
What did he say?
When?
He did a statement.
When?
He did an Instagram post. He didn't like say anything. He did like a post.
And he said sorry? Or he sang songs of the Lord?
No, he said sorry to him, but you offended something like that. So it was entitled for just close friends with God. Some statement he made. That was very ambiguous.
Exactly. That's not an apology for what you did.
First of all, what did he do?
And the people who would say that are the same people that have him at their events.
Worshiping the Lord.
Go back.
Oh, sorry,
didn't
we
read
already
Notorious
banned
comment.
him from the country, Vera. If you apologize in a month, you're right. We will not forgive him. We like controversy.
Oh.
Will he be back here?
That's what I'm saying. But
First of all,
he have family here.
the man say come back. So
he come back for the court.
So
for the court case.
y'all can't ban him. So he can see her in court.
Question: people who know law, does he have like grounds?
I think what Leo said is so true. Like you can like do that defamation character thing, but then you go on for 3 hours.
But he didn't say anything about. Said something about her destiny, her face.
First of all,
her weight,
that's close to being a
family.
You threaten her life. You threaten her life.
How can I give you a heart attack?
That they're gonna find. That they're gonna find out. But no, you said they're gonna find her body, and then you said you're gonna die. She gonna die of that.
I didn't threaten you.
She said
I
that.
can't give you a heart attack.
You talk about the face being greasy. You talk about the wig.
That's not defamation of character, though. That's not making a statement about you. That isn't true.
Homosexuality and defamation of character.
Well, I'm just interested to know if he actually has a case.
I don't think
because that's a whole nother story.
And did he say Prophet O'Meal Reed? Oatmeal, as I heard people say.
Don't say you heard people say. You said it.
No, I got Christoph. Y'all spoke about blinkers too, man. I miss it. See probably the same problem. People like Christoph.
People like Christoph.
It's the problem. He said someone sent him the voice notes. Yeah, your family. He
said he does have.
He definitely did research. He did research.
I feel like anything that. Listen, how many forwarded? You know how WhatsApp say forwarded too many times. Forwarded many times. How many of you, those of you received unsolicited? People will just send you stuff. So I'm in no way surprised that got to him. If it didn't get to him sooner, it was going to get to him later.
I did not see that part, Jody. You say you're from Majestic Gardens. I did not know you're from Majestic Gardens.
I feel like he said something like that, and I didn't know what that meant.
No, even Massa. No, he made the one to do them.
And he gone right back.
He made the one to do it.
Y'all, this is the time to sign off.
Yeah, I think the bubble bath was highly inappropriate. I think everybody, that's one thing we have established. Imagery is the devil's playground, man. People's mind is drift.
Absolutely. And I feel like there was a loving way somebody could have communicated that with him.
And they show drifted.
There was a loving way people could have communicated that with him.
Let me read a comment that was sent via text because I want our texters to know we appreciate them as well. Y'all might hate me for this, but if someone sent around a voice note saying you are a lesbian or you are gay, Christian or non-Christian, y'all gonna address it. It don't matter how he look or what we think. We have no proof that he is gay, besides the fact that he wears makeup, dresses nice, etc.
Gotta say that again.
We have no proof that he is gay, besides the fact that he wears makeup, dresses nice, etc. What we have. Because being gay is not determined by what you wear.
What was the first thing they said? That was the first part I missed.
That if someone sent around a voice note saying that either you're a lesbian or I am gay, we're going to address it.
I disagree.
Christian, not Christian.
I find that the more unbelievable. Hold on, I find that the more unbelievable somebody says about you is, the less inclined you are to respond. It's when it cuts too close to the bone. Like if you say Vera's a city white girl, sis, I ain't even gonna talk because the whole world can see.
But they say you're a lesbian. You have with your Cleo Platts today.
Yes.
You get your Cleo card
for me.
You get your Cleo cornrows going on today. There you go. You know, Vera.
But because I know it's so far from the truth, I wouldn't address it. That's me personally, and I can talk on experience. When people have talked dumbness, I'm just like, that don't even make. Who's gonna believe that? I wouldn't even respond to that. Like, what? Who am I responding to? You, who started a very blatant lie of a rumor.
Like Vera tried to teeth my short husband.
You clearly ain't.
He's 5'3". Vera tried to teeth my.
Call it out. And you know, and then in those circumstances, I just believe, maybe I'm arrogant. I believe my character would speak for me. Vera tried to teeth your short husband, sis, baby girl. Everybody knows. Everybody knows.
He 5'3".
She walking around with these hoop earrings, and she done had these cornrows in her hair for 3 weeks. She got to be a lesbian. I ain't even gonna answer you because my character speaks for itself. So I do disagree. I feel like you only get riled up when it's close to the bone. When it's either on the truth or close to the truth, that's when it riles you up. When it's far removed from the truth and it's unbelievable and your character speaks to clearly otherwise, I think you're less inclined to reply.
So you say someone gonna be a lesbian, I would laugh and walk away.
I'm with Marisha. It's just like, because if I answer, who am I answering? You clearly crazy. You clearly ain't in your right mind. Who am I answering?
That's what going on to say that what they hate most is that y'all ain't just humiliate him, y'all humiliate his wife, kids, church, family, etc. You're gone as far as to dig up the man old mugshot. Was that even necessary? Do I agree with him for advertising in the top? No. Inappropriate? Yes. Do I support all the name calling on
Delton.
live? No.
Delton, we missed it.
But I understand.
We missed it.
We missed.
We missed it. We're trying to wrap up. We missed it. But
Yeah,
all is well.
You all right?
All is well.
He'll be all right.
Hopefully.
All right. And I thank God he's not like man, he forgives, sir. Go back to God. Plenty things were said that should have not been said, but God is a judge and he forgives. If nothing was said to him, said to that man, he would have been on his next assignment. I mean, he had assignment that night after the live. He went live, and then the next night he had church. If he was called privately and condemned privately, it could have been different. He was humiliated publicly, and he responded publicly.
Who's saying that? The texter. Agreed.
Too messy.
And someone could have approached him and whatever. I think all of us that have the Spirit of God are inclined to make mistakes. I'm aware of that. People have had to correct me at a time, and I believe I have the Spirit of God. But there's a form of correction that when spirit ministers to spirit, you will be convicted. Mm-hmm. You will be convicted. And yeah, I'm gonna stop.
All this is just an attention seeker type scene. He didn't have to show his body in the bubble bath. He did not show his body in the bubble bath.
Who said he showed his body? You saw his collarbone. Stop that.
Yeah.
Anyway, for y'all, collarbone is enough.
But liquid lips and seductive looks below gives the impression that it's a surprise at the end. That's what he says.
Sorry, I've seen preachers here in Nassau who's licked their lips when they're preaching frequently. That don't
try. They should chopstick. Let's get a chopstick. I'll fix that. And then they also went on to say that this is when DGMT should have a show with the pastors on Monday to talk about the whole LGBT.
I considered that. But I promise you, I'd be sitting in that one-on-one on Monday like this.
A kiki and stare it.
I'll be like this. I must talk with
Good point you raised.
This is when you defer to your supervisor. This is a complaint or a situation that I cannot deal. But I'm going to call my manager. Give me 1 second. So you all wait for the managers. They coming on Monday.
The wicked flee when no man pursues.
Unfortunately, that scripture is almost too fitting in this scenario.
Say head dog.
No one's saying anything about the voice note. No one's.
Only Apostle Sanders come for the voice note. You only come for the voice note
because I don't think anybody on here is disagreeing that Prophet was wrong. We just want to talk about how wrong he was, what bits were wrong, and he said this and he said that. We acknowledge he's wrong. For me, I'm interested to know if he does crawl back after the scandal of it all, after the undeniable inappropriateness of it all, and he comes back and apologizes. Will you guys be like, God bless him? I wonder. However, no one's saying anything about the voice note. We thought the voice note was appropriate. We thought that was okay. We thought, I would like to hear your final thoughts on that. As Delton and I.
Full disclaimer: I haven't listened to the entire voice note.
If you had, I'd be shocked.
I perused it.
7 minutes and 58 seconds.
I perused the voice note.
You perused. Hit dogs holler, as they say. Yikes.
So I can't tell you what Archie said to even address it. The fact that if you had a problem with the Prophet coming and what he did with the bubble bath, let's just say the bubble bath issue.
Dwayne, get out here.
Talking about.
You saw this coming from me. I ain't even reading it out.
Talking about the whole the homosexual thing. That's something that you have even if God showed it to you, like that's not something that you would say on the voice on the send publicly. Let's say God showed you that, you know what, this man is struggling with the spirit of homosexuality. That's not something that you release in the voice note and then say God can judge everybody.
But wasn't the issue in the voice note that it's known that this is a struggle and it's being accepted? That was the argument.
And all that's, yes.
What y'all think? Because everyone coming for the Prophet, but the Prophet did not get on his own and have a 3-hour live. He was provoked. Of course, he was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. It was. And you know what? I spoke to Minister Marisha this morning. She said something that was so very sobering to me. She said, when you speak about an issue, you don't speak about the person, you speak about the action. The actions were ridiculous and silly. Him as a person, don't know him. Don't know him. And in the eyes of Christ, my God, he's a jewel and a gem. Jewel and a gem.
My issue with the voice note is from Marisha. My issue with the voice note is how the Christian Council president was addressed, honestly. I don't see it, like I said. Did not listen to it, so I can't even speak to that part of it. I haven't listened to much of it. Yeah, I called to the point, called the apostle. That I don't think the voice note was the best way of dealing with the situation. Yeah. Did you just know a voice note?
I sure did.
And what do you think about the voice note? As we leave.
Fire starting.
And the fire was started. The fire definitely caught.
Fire starting.
He bring too much of gasoline. He had 2 gallons.
My problem is
He gave me
this is my issue. Before voice notes, before Facebook Live, what were you guys doing? All of you guys, prophet to the nation. What were you doing before Facebook Live, before voice notes? You wanted to tell Delton that you saw X, Y, and Z. You did not have Delton's number. Before voice notes and live, what were you guys doing? So are you only telling me that now, because of live and voice notes, we know how to reach the masses with the word of God, or the word of God for the nation, or the word of God for an individual? Come on. You can't tell me that. You cannot tell me that the only way to reach people is to send things to go viral. That cannot be the only way.
I mean, no else.
That's how I feel.
Using technology, the God has given us.
And when you do these things, y'all is like, let your right be wrongly spoken of. I don't like that. I don't like that. Mind you, what was said.
What about it?
All of that? God say all of that?
And then Apostle Sanders said, God say you tell them.
A couple of times I've wanted to ask Positive Ed. God say all of that. Now, I don't know. I don't know.
One thing I know, when someone tell you God says, you say, okay. You don't get involved
Baptist
with them.
finger.
You don't get involved with
Lucky
them
for me.
God says.
Lucky for me, I just say I got to do. So I could check with him. When I'm not sure, I can check with him.
And then that's what God tell you. I so know.
When it's salacious, it goes viral. And Rose, as I said, all of us are party. Because somebody forwarded it to somebody, forwarded it to somebody, forwarded it to somebody. Now, mind you, I'm sure the prophet has a very hefty broadcast list. I'm sure she got that to at least 300 people on her own.
Anyway, guys, take away from the day. Stay off the live.
Stay off the live and learn how to correct in love. We all need it. We all need it, but we all need to know how to show it as well.
Lillian says again.
Because I feel like
it's easier to call people out on social media rather than talking in person.
I feel like a fire could have been avoided because this fire is still blazing, guys.
Oh no, I tell you.
And I believe next week Saturday we're gonna have to top up. We're gonna have to come with a little more water to out it to flesh this out on DGMT. And I feel like this just became so much bigger than it needed to be because we have more people. Let me not say nobody. We have more people calling out on social media, and this is why I would say. Do you not think people say y'all like to judge? Yeah. I would have to agree. We've got more people who are professionals in doing that. I mean, they spend their whole day looking for things on Facebook and social media that they can make these comments about. And let me not act like I'm innocent. I just made my comments in the private chat.
not in the public. Not in the public. Y'all can see what I say. I talk to somebody on the side. I mean, these things have a way of finding me. I'll say that. Even before DGMT? Even before DGMT. These things have a way of forwarded many times. Many times, I tell you that. Yeah, forwarded many times on the voice notes. So y'all stay off the live. Marisha, I think we're gonna be off. I think we're gonna stay off the live because people stepping down from the lives as we speak. Yeah, I think there'll be a little slowdown for at least 2 months. Hopefully. But like the prophets say, people are going to talk about you. I need to go and watch that. What else did the prophet say? I want to know. As you expect. I want to know. Say people are going to talk about you. I don't say when they do. You have two decisions. You could defend yourself. I know Shanique was trying to get him. She's trying to provoke him to say something. Well, actually, for the Shanique didn't want him on the show. Oh, he called her. He called Shanique. Yes, I heard this. He said no. He said he called her because he wanted to talk about it. They're going too far. We're getting too far. How we get here? Live in peace and love. You say people talk about him. Probably being in one concert that got a night with Julian Believe and other people there. They asked him if he wants some wine. You know, we got. He have the water. He say, but you got to have some friends who said, no, you got. That's how you go with them. I'm gonna say he go on there and he sing. they call him to sing. He go on there and he go and sing. I'd rather say no. You gotta defend the cross. Or defend yourself. And let the record reflect, Prophet, you have been a very good example of how to defend the cross. You got to defend yourself. People are always going to talk about you. They always going to find something to say. That's their job. Something just crossed my mind, but I got to ask you off air.
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so
DGMT is thank you for rocking with us for
lives.
2 hours because honestly, we really wasn't planning to be here that long, but this was a lot. This was a lot. I told Delton we needed to avoid the trapsy route because it could have been easy to talk about all the trapsy parts of the trapsy.
Trapsy for 1,000, Alex.
That's literally what he said.
Daily double.
But at the end of the day, we have a responsibility. So sorry if you were disappointed and you were expecting more trapsiness. And you were expecting more videos to be posted because I want you to know Delton and I have every last one.
Every one
in the archives. Every last one. As I speak to you, I probably received one 20 minutes ago. I made up my mind. Cassie said she loved this power hour. She bullied us into 2, but let me not say anything about that.
I ain't sharing it. Stop playing background already.
Stop playing the out music. Playing the outside music.
But yeah, so y'all stay off the live.
Stay off the live, but learn to correct in love. Not just your friends, not just the saved saints that are close to you, but the ones that are in your fold, like your brothers. They sit on the other side of the room. You see them on TikTok doing darkness, and you like, mother, what are you doing? Uncle, what is that? How do we correct them in love? Because, I mean, if not us, who? So, all the Facebook and WhatsApp prophets just need to go on a sabbatical. But Judy, that would imply that they would come back.
Yeah.
Just sign off. Go into retirement. Not teacher retirement, because teacher retirement is fake. They just come back to teach. Real retirement.
Gotta stay away. Anyway, guys, y'all be safe once again.
So thank you for rocking with us. There's even 20 of you even still on the live.
Our show is brought to you today by those good folks on there at the Sandler Center. I'll play as we leave. They're having their push-a-thon, I think they call it. Day for the geriatric push-a-thon. Positively Uplifting Seniors with Helping Hands, June 11th, 2022, 6:30 a.m. in the morning. Pre-registration is $15, and you can go on the website pushathon242.com, or you can visit them down there at South Lakes Rehabilitation Center on that is the road name. Fox Hill Road. Yeah, Fox Hill Road. Down there. Visit the website. I'll play the commercial one more time before we go. Just for those who might have missed it. Thank you again for them for sponsoring a portion of today's show.
You'll do better. I must say I didn't see any of our DGMT family on any of the lives.
You didn't see any?
Mm-mm. I didn't see them commenting.
No.
I was on the live too, so I can't say. I mean, like, the commenting.
Yeah, no, I didn't see anybody commenting. So, hey, good on you, good on you, mates.
As long as someone can screenshot you and fling that back in your face in 2 months.
That I did screenshots for people for watching. I was like, hey, I see you watching the Prophet. I see
Julie, your wife says they're trying to rush us so they could go on road march, trying to be slick.
Huh? Blame on the music. Road, you say? Just what? Road, anyway, guys, I'll be safe. I'll go to church tomorrow. Go to church of your choice, but if you don't have a choice, go join the Life Worship Center. And then you have a choice of 2 services. 2 services, 8 or 11:15 a.m. right there in the CHS Auditorium, Robinson Road, and off Million Ethel Street. You will see Vera, you will see me, the whole gang. We'll be out there tomorrow. So until next week, join us again. Same station, same Facebook page. Time. Listen, Delton, we could be back on our morning tea next week. We could back on morning tea because season over and school on break. Season gonna be over and school on break. It could be over. It might not be. It's gonna be over, Delton. Even if they win, so it's gonna be over. There's not gonna be. They're gonna be game on Saturday. If they win tomorrow, there's gonna be a game on Saturday. Surely they're gonna have a game in the week. They'll put out games in the week. No, Friday. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, so season might not be over next Saturday. Anyway, y'all be safe. Have a God-filled week and a glory-filled week. Oh no, Shakara said you can't show your arms, the armpits is devil. That's the devil. You can't show your armpits. You did. What? Excuse me. Whoa. Anyway, guys. Whoa. Ooh, what was that? I'm not sure. I felt very phlegmy. Phlegmy. All right, go on, folks. Like something was on your chest. Yes, deep on the chest. All right. Let me take the little thing off so I can play the commercial again as we leave. Love y'all. Have a wonderful afternoon. I am Delton. She has been. Go out in the world, be salt and light. I have been Vera. And we are here.
Hello, everybody. My name is Rodney Monka, and I'm a freedom fighter and a former star of the Sandals Rehabilitation Center. Well, on Saturday, the 11th of June, we're having a walkathon, a runathon, and even a pushathon. Join me at 6:30 a.m. in the morning and bring all your friends and family. This is powerful. God save the Queen.
For more information and to register, visit www.pushathon242.com.